Welcome, Field Home Farm Sessions on Sunday, January 20, January 18th, 2026, episode 291. Chicken Man talking. I did not text my buddy Emmett and say he's on. I'm on because the other day I texted him and he tuned on at 23 minutes and was very upset. But as anybody that knows Emmett, getting Emmett upset, I've never seen the guy. He's like my dad did. I never seen him mad in my life. I've seen him like perturbed, but I've never seen him mad. I should ask his son whether he's been mad before. What I was going to talk today about was this funky up and down weather in southern Ontario. It is just hour and a half north of Toronto. It's minus 11 today in beautiful Bradford. Now, mind you, it's a bit. What does it feel like? Feel like minus 17. Well, whatever. And it's going to be a cold week, which is okay. I mean, it's southern Ontario. It's talking about a little bit of snow here and there and whatnot, but it should be okay. I mean, what are you going to do? I was going to talk about my top 10 hot places to go to, and I was just going to check the NHL score because I got another story. My sister in law was over yesterday with her daughter, my niece, and had some played some crokinole. If you've ever played crokinole, it is just a great. It's a great game, but let's just see what happened. The old NHL. I know the shitty Leafs won in overtime because my sister in law is in love with the Leafs. I said it's so much better to not cheer for the Leafs than it is to cheer for the Leafs. So. But and the Canadians won the Frogs, so I don't know. That was not a good thing. I seen that in overtime too. But Flyers lost, which was shit. I mean, we got old Barkey on the not old, but Barkey on the team, and my Sharks didn't play, so they didn't lose or win. Um, Talking a little bit. My son was snowmobiling yesterday. That was, but he has to always ask. And my kids have got. I mean, I love it, but they've got to this point. Can I have ice cream? Can I have this? Can I have that? I don't think as many times when I was a kid I asked. I just took it. But I'm glad they ask and have respect. But at the same time, sometimes it's just like just go take it. So yeah, the sister in law was over yesterday. My wife's sister and always, she always is bubbly. She's looking for a house somewhere, and I just told her. I said, "Don't." She's worried about debt. I said, "Just don't worry about debt. Debt is something that when you die, whatever. Let your kids take over the debt. I mean, just do something. I mean, to a point. There's always a balance. Like I said, my number one key and secret to life is balance. So there's always a balance. You don't want to go too far in debt. You want to go a serviceable debt that." That you can manage, but you got to be happy in it. And how much debt is not like if you say, "Oh, I can't do this or I can't do that because of this," how long are you going to live for, right? So I mean, just do it to a point and get it done. So and be happy. She wants to live near Barrie, and her daughter and my daughter might be playing in the same organization if she moves up there in the Barrie Sharks, and with Dirty Mike and everybody else. It's a great organization. Now, mind you, we have practiced at East Bayfield the last three Friday night, today, yesterday, and now we have another practice today, and then we have a game Tuesday, and then she has a game on Friday. So, and it's all East Bayfield, which isn't awful. It's like, oh, Mystery's on. It's like 32 minutes up there, but Mystery will like my top ten list today, but. Where were you the last few days, Mystery? My connection's poor, but maybe you. Oh, that's excellent. My last few days, were you snow blowing your driveways? Because down in Tirana, they got a lot more snow than we did up in Bradford and Barrie. I don't know why. Just the way it happened. I don't know what's going on. The computer, all these updates and everything else. I just say update later. Push the button later. I text Emmett, but he didn't log on. So went down to my accountant. I mentioned him before, and he's near Wonderland, and they had about, I would say, 12 in, well, maybe a little bit more, 14 inches of snow, and we didn't have that much up here, so that's good. That's odd It was snowing a little bit when I came in the office there today. I'm getting the chicken barns all ready, warmed up. Now it's beautiful. It's cold outside. I don't know what it is in Georgetown, probably -9. It's -11 up here. But it's always nice coming in the chicken barns when it's like +80, +85. When it's that cold out because you're warming the barns up for the chickens and getting the chickens in. And this is what happens when you do anything with business and you deal with people. So my last flock of chickens, the last feed, I mentioned I had to go and get the chickens left. I closed the barn. I had to go to my daughter's hockey tournament. Didn't worry about much till after I cleaned the barns out, did everything else. And then I looked down at the bin. I coming in, there's a clear funnel at the bottom, and it looked kind of different. It was dust. I'm like, why would that be down there? And then I looked up, and the lid was open. I don't know who that is, but welcome. There you go. Oh, Mystery, you and your Rita's fuckload of snow. Mystery, your fuckload of snow is just because you haven't had it for a long time. It's not that much snow. What is a foot, a ton of snow? People don't know what to do now. There's so much traffic and so many people. It's like, oh my god, it's snowing, but slow down, take it easy. Who else is on today? Oh, Emmett. Um, so yeah, they left the lid open and got moisture in there, and I started the bin, but then there was still a little bit of muck, and when muck freezes, it turns to ice. So my feed line was frozen. My cross auger, really lovely. So I went on my other feed bin. I have a one of those warm pipe freezers. You put a thawing cable on your pipe, and you get it for unfrozen. So I did that. My daughter, she was going crazy, just boredom the other day. So I said, let's go get this heat line. Went to the store, got the heat line, Home Depot, and hooked it up. And lo and behold, yesterday I started and it worked. So it worked, thank goodness. Because if you don't have that working and she f's up, there's a big trouble. Oh, what happened? All these people, they entered my studio and they left the studio. They're not loyal like you, Mystery. I mentioned before, your Leafs won in overtime. We had to watch that because my sister in law was over and she is a big Leafs fan. I don't know why. And yeah, your Ty Dummy's son there got the overtime winner. And then I watched the one and the Frogs won too, and that's not always good. So and the Flyers lost as Woodbridge Gord says his new team is the Flyers because of Denver barking on our lake. So it is interesting watching somebody and can go talk to sometime in the summer times too, and you talk to his parents once in a while too. So that's kind of cool. But so I was taking my daughter up to hockey quite a bit, and the amount of traffic, like we were yesterday, and the 400 is. I'm not saying it's solid, but it's pretty damn busy. And he always my kids always love it. Oh, Emmett's on. Emmett, you are my one live listener. You have got or my second live listener, but you are my most hearts listener of all the listeners. Where's KJ? So time with the 400, my kids always say, if I always say back then or this, that, I said, well, 20 years ago when I was here and you drive to Barrie, there wasn't very much traffic. And my daughter says, you didn't drive here every day, did you? I said, no, not every day. I didn't have a daughter in hockey. You go up once in a while. We go up to the bars and stuff. We go out to Queens, and then there was the Stampede Corral. No, what was it called? It was a ranch, anyways, but it was a different ranch than. I don't know if it's still around. COVID killed a lot of good bars, and then there was a couple other bars, Mystery, that we went to after too, but that were pretty adult, interesting. And you go to the Colts game once in a while. There's always something to do. It seemed when you were milking cows, you were busier than when you had chickens for some reason. Like I don't mean I mean you always had extra. You always had time to do extra stuff when you're really busy. When you're not as busy, you don't have time to do extra stuff. It's weird. So I got my son he wants to go snowmobiling all the time, and I said, well, okay, I'm not going with you today. I had other stuff going on. I wanted to get the rink done. I wanted to get my chicken barn. I got the feed line. The chicks are coming tomorrow, so you got to get that all done. It's not just clickety clack and away they go. You gotta do a little bit of work, Mystery. A little bit of work, and we gotta stop for Dirty Mike's skate sharpening and massage. He will leave you sharp and relaxed. And the reason I bring that up is because someone asked the other day. I said I had to get my daughter's skate sharp. They said, "Well, I thought you went to Dirty Mike to get your skate sharp." And I said, "No. He's a little bit farther away. Could have been you, Emmett. So I had to give him some business. It's Dirty Mike's Skate Sharpening and Massage. And Emmett made the comment that maybe I just go over to Dirty Mike's for the massage. And I can honestly say I've never had one yet. So I don't. I'm assuming his massages would be just with met with love. Thank you for that ad. And my top 10 hot spots to go to in the world. I don't know. These might not be in any order, but Mystery can give me the number 10. Saint Martin, because a couple places I've been to, Saint Martin, beautiful spot, hot, just it is always hot. I don't know if I want to go there near hurricane season, but it's always hot. It's beautiful. Every time I've went, probably had 3 times. Beautiful spot. Costa Rica is one of those places I would love to go to, and I want to go to. Hubie Jen, her dad, lots of people have been there. I know Mystery, you've been all over the world. Have you been to Costa Rica yet? Australia is another hot spot. The only negative about Australia, it's so fucking far to fly. Like it takes at least 19 hours to get there from Toronto, and a little far. Dominican Republic, I've been there lots of times. Don't really love it, but at the same time, it's a cheap, affordable hotspot to go to. Mystery, you haven't comment. Where's your favorite spot? Jamaica is next on my list. Been there on a cruise. Have not been like for excursion or anything, or just an excursion. Haven't been there for a week or not, something like that. Mexico. Where do we go in Mexico, Mystery, with Roscoe and that? I forget. Senior Frogs is there. Mystery, Emmett, all that other stuff. Hawaii would be another one. Hawaii, going there, and I've only stopped on the way. Back in the day, used to go here. Well, hold on, Mystery's going to tell me. Cancun. There we go. With this guy named Brett Fields. Cancun, yeah. That was a good trip. That was a really good trip. I think we went out every night, and I was very sick. The one because the different food and the different water, and you try to do your best. And then the one I know you were sick a couple nights, Mystery, and then I went out every single night. The one night I shouldn't have went out. Felt like shit. Belly was rumbling. I don't know what the hell was going on. I don't think it's not really food poisoning. It's more like food sickness, and made it a great time. Only one of those things you look back on, you say, why did I do more of that shit? Because you get in your 50s and you're like, ugh, maybe you could do it. Like, I couldn't do it now. Mystery still can, but I can't do it as much. Mexico, Hawaii was the next. You used to stop there before they had more fuel efficient planes. You used to always have to stop in Hawaii, go Vancouver, Hawaii, and then Australia. Los Angeles, Hawaii, and Australia. Now they can go straight from Vancouver or straight from Los Angeles straight to New Zealand or Australia. But 13 hours of straight flying in the air, it's a bit it's a lot, let's put it that way. Florida would be my next. Mystery says Emmett and his sunburnt wife beater shirt. And you know what, Emmett, our Mystery mentioned that the other day about, and I almost forgot that you went, Emmett, to Cancun with us. I don't know why, and then when the sunburn story came along, then I remembered that was. I remember I think we were playing tennis and we stayed a little too long, and you got the worst sunburn. Like I don't know, it was second degree, whatever the hell it was. It was a big sunburn, but I remembered after that. So Florida would be the next, of course, Florida, because it's a cheap destination place for people. Mystery's been down there. I've been down there a bunch of times. And then the next on the list is Arizona. I guess you could do Las Vegas, Arizona together. I don't know. And then I left my 10. I always leave a 10 spot open for interpretation. Anybody wants to put the 10 spot in there, go away. Go for it, Mystery. The 10. You can do the 10th spot there. I don't know where you'd want to go, but yeah, just hold on. Did the Crokinole. I was talking before we did the Crokinole Mystery. Mystery's just Aruba. There you go. We'll put down that Aruba. I know I got my I don't think I've ever been to Aruba, but all those hot places. Maybe Thailand, dude. For Thailand, Kevin, that'd be a hot spot. I don't think it is ever cold in Thailand. It's always hot. One of those spots. We'll do it. We'll do Thailand for Thailand, Kevin. I never even thought about that till now. Um, so I was talking before the sister-in-law came over. We played some crokinole. If you don't know what that's, a big board, some pegs on the board. You hit these little disc type wood things. You put them to the center and see who does it. And my son started playing, and my daughter started playing. They enjoyed it. No phones, and that was a good thing. You get hands on and just. But then, as my wife comments, I'm very sorry about that banging. I'm very competitive when I play crokinole. I played it all my life. I remember my parents used to do it, used to play it all the time. They bury the crokinole board, so I enjoy it, and I do not like losing. That's her sister was more fun to play with than my wife. My sister-in-law just said she was just free flowing, said just like at ease. My wife was getting very competitive, so we are just very competitive together. So she was, and my wife's not as she's not as humorous and fun loving to beat as the sister in law was. My wife gets mad when you beat her. So with in crokinole, Jesus, gotta watch my watch my language. So I think I was mentioned too before about the traffic. So traffic in Barrie, going to Barrie's always packed. Georgetown's always packed. I said to my kids, they've done all this urban sprawl everywhere else and have not fixed the roads. Like the amount of people they have put in all these places, even Waterloo and all that, like the 401 going to Guelph back and forth. If it wasn't for that 407, I don't know what the hell, but the amount of people they put up in Waterloo, I'm not going to say what ethnicity mystery, but the amount of people they put up in Waterloo, Woodstock, and all that, and then where do they go? They come to Toronto and they're on the 401 and the 400 from Barrie. So hold on, unedit it just for KJ because she's not here today. I don't know where KJ is. She's probably at her daughter's hockey, and I hope her daughter's concussion is healing and healing well. Traffic, Crokinole, chicken barn. You gotta keep getting the chicken barns ready. My daughter's got hockey again this morning at 11:30, and then I have no idea. Hello, BK. How are you today? I have no idea what's gonna happen later on. Oh, and he left. Oh well. You can't worry about these guys that just pop on and off. There's somebody from Guatemala. I should put down Guatemala. There's somebody from Guatemala the other day. What are you guys up to today for fun, Mystery and Emmett? Emmett, I know what you're doing. You feed cows, you mix feed, you milk cows, you feed cows, you milk cows. And I thank you for milking my cows. I got to put some hay out for my cows because my daughter said the other day, "Are you ever going to get rid of these cows?" And I said, "Probably not." And you, my two farm buddies, Mystery, you don't have a barn anymore, but do you know where we can get a farm kitten? Because my mom wants a cat and my daughter wants a cat. Now, my mom is, I don't mind her getting a cat because she can do whatever she wants. But my daughter with a cat, I don't know. We're trying to deter it. And if she ever listens to this, um, we are trying to deter her very much from getting one. But at the same time, who knows? Who knows? I'm spitter and spatting here trying to find my music. We'll see you later. Got to get the chicken barns ready. Thanks for listening today. I don't know where Roscoe is today. Maybe he's somewhere hot already. Talk to you later. Thanks for listening, Mystery and Emmett.